0 asylum seekers in the honourable gentleman's constituency. He is, I'm afraid, yet another example of humanitarian NIMBYism by the SNP.
Shocking. Truly shocking. I'm shocked. Wow, that's a big word for our Robert Jenrick, isn't it? Humanitarian NIMBYism. But anyway, hello then. I do hope you're all well, and I do hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Well, last Monday in Topicals for the Home Office in the House of Commons, Immigration Minister, honest Bob Jenrick, took a question from SNP MP Owen Thompson. A quite interesting question as well.
Mr Speaker, not only is this bill being driven through Parliament at breakneck speed, but the Scottish Government's been given no opportunity yet to consider these proposals properly before their introduction. Does the Minister therefore agree that any regulations that would amend, repeal or revoke any Scottish legislation or any devolved matter cannot possibly come into force through this bill without the consent of the Scottish Ministers?
Hear, hear.
Well, I think I just made clear that I have reached out to colleagues in the Scottish Government, but immigration is a reserved matter and is a matter for this Parliament to dictate our future borders policy. I hope that the honourable gentleman will support the bill, as from the figures that I've seen, his constituency Midlothian currently has no asylum seekers in dispersal accommodation and no asylum seekers in contingency accommodation, such as hotels. 0 asylum seekers in the honourable gentleman's constituency. He is, I'm afraid, yet another example of humanitarian NIMBYism by the SNP.
Shocking. Truly shocking. I'm shocked. Owen Thompson, how dare you question our honest Bob? How dare you participate in humanitarian NIMBYism? What have you got to say for yourself? Point of order for Owen Thompson.
Another point of order. Owen Thompson.
Deputy Speaker, thank you. Earlier this afternoon at Home Office Questions, the Immigration Minister, who I have notified of this point of order, appeared to suggest that it was somehow my responsibility that there had been no asylum seekers through the dispersal scheme housed in Midlothian. Now, Midlothian's a very warm and welcoming community, and indeed we are looking forward to welcoming anyone from anywhere at any time. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, the reason for my point of order is that despite the Minister suggesting that there had been no attempts to have any asylum seekers through the dispersal scheme housed in Midlothian, I was notified on the 22nd of February of the Home Office's intention to house asylum seekers in my Midlothian constituency. But then again, on the 1st of March, the Home Office notified me that they no longer intended to proceed with that dispersal. Now, perhaps, Madam Deputy Speaker, it's maybe not for me to say, but if the Home Office were to engage with local authorities, our local councils or the Scottish Government, these sort of issues could be dealt with. But I'd ask you for your advice as to how I can best ensure that the record is correct, to ensure that there is no slur on the Midlothian constituency as any way suggesting it's not welcoming of anyone from any background coming to it, and how the record can be corrected to reflect that.
Well, I thank the honourable gentleman for that point of order.
I think we'll leave it here because, if I'm honest, Madam Speaker didn't really have anything in interest to say, but he got his point across in the end. Clearly, our honest Bob was being disingenuous, wasn't he? He was being economical with the truth. Now, it does seem to me that our honest Bob, he seems to want his cake and eat it, as I suppose. He wants to be in charge of the UK's immigration policy, while at the same time criticising the SNP for not taking their fair share at the same time. You know, when we say we want to be in charge of making decisions, sending them where we want them to go, then change our mind. But we still reserve the right to criticise those who, in our minds, feel that you are not pulling your weight and you need to stop in your ridiculous humanitarian NIMBYism. You cannot have it both ways, can you? Oh, you can, baby. You can. Who knows? I don't know. Let me know down below. But anyway, well done, Owen Thompson, for highlighting it. And I shall leave the video here until the next time. I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.